Hi everyone, this is just going to be a sort of quick unboxing video. This is the Draw the Marvel Away magazine that I've ordered, and this should be the first sort of 3 issues I think, and then some free magazine subscription gifts. So let's take a look, and I'm going to attempt to get into this using a knife. And hopefully not going to damage anything inside. I'm hoping that this is my magazine subscription, otherwise this could be an embarrassing video if it's something completely different. So let's dig in, see what we've got. I'll take each item out, see what we've got. I think this is like a portfolio piece to keep you working, and I will get everything out and then I will move the box out of the way and we'll look at them properly in detail. This is a cool little A4 sketchbook. Looking forward to see what the quality of paper is like in that. So I've got issue 3 there. Sorry, that's a little bit out of shot. That's why I need to get the box out of the way. And a binder to keep them in. Issue 2 there. Sorry, the light's reflecting off all the glossy surface. And then issue 1. So let me get this box out of the way. Right, so the first things we've got are this. I think this is listed as a portfolio piece, sort of to keep you working. I mean, there's not really too much you can say about it. It's a nice design. That's what it looks like inside, and yeah, to keep you working, I think that'd fit A4. And then the sketchbook, I was actually quite curious about this, to see how thick the paper is. And the paper is surprisingly thick actually. I think it's printing paper, which I actually really like working on, but compared to sort of cheap stuff you would get from the supermarket, it feels a lot thicker actually, almost twice as thick. So I'm looking forward to using that and seeing what it's like. I'm hoping maybe in the future, once I've got more issues of the magazine, I can put all my work into this magazine and maybe do a sketchbook video or something, going through the sketchbook, showing all the work I've done from the issues. But we'll see how that goes. Alright, so there's still a few more free gifts to sort of unpack, but they're in with issues 2 and 3, so I'll take a look quickly at issue 1. I have already seen issue 1 sort of in shops and stuff anyway, and most people will probably have already picked theirs up for 99p, but you do get a free kneadable putty rubber, sort of an inking pen, 0.5, and a pencil, which is a 2H pencil. I'm not going to sort of test them on camera because I don't want this video to take way too long, but the steel ruler's pretty good, and considering you only paid 99p for issue 1, you've made your money back already anyway. So I don't want to go through sort of every page. A lot of you will have already seen issue 1 anyway, but just give you a quick look. I don't want to sort of go through every page purely because it's probably not fair on the company if I just buy the magazines and show them all online. But it's sort of quite basic to start with, showing you, basic proportions, 8 heads. I believe this one is mainly aimed at drawing Spider-Man, and just shows you how to draw the basic figure. So it's step by step, taking a look at different artists over the years that have drawn Spider-Man. Again, sorry, this light is very reflective on the glossy surface. So it's got a little bit about shading, pencils, and then it's got some paper in that you can actually use to actually draw on. So this isn't glossy, so you can follow the previous tutorial for that. And I believe this is the Captain America head sketching page to use as a template again. Step by step of drawing Captain America's head. Again, I didn't want to go into too much time with this one because I think most people have already seen issue 1 anyway, because there's plenty of videos out there and most people have probably already got it or seen it in store anyway. But yeah, it seems pretty cool. The one downside to me is more the fact that there's only about 20 pages in. First issue is only 99p, so that's not really an issue anyway. But from then on in the future, I think it's like $4.99, so it is quite expensive for only 20 pages. But I thought I'd give it a go, and let's see what this is. So this is just sort of like a little leaflet that you get with it, I think. I got to admit that all the stuff you get with it does look really cool. I think that I've got this to unpack. I think this is in issue 3. Pens, pencils, watercolours. I'm looking forward to using watercolours. I've not tried them in a while. Unfortunately, I probably won't be able to use that sketchbook provided for the watercolours because, as you can imagine, it will probably go straight through. And there's another look at some of the free gifts you get for subscribing, and I think these will be on the way with the next order I get through, which will probably be a month. And then they've got like special, I don't know what you call them, premium subscription gifts, which is a little bit more expensive. I think it's like a Spider-Man and Captain America canvas. But I think it's pretty cool because I think you get something through with each issue in terms of some watercolours, some certain pens, stuff like that. So we'll take a look at issue 2 and see what we've got with that. Right, so issue 2, I think this one is mainly about drawing Wolverine. And in this we've got 3 watercolours and a paintbrush. Before we have a look in there, let's just take a look at this. Draw the Marvel Away box. So this, I guess, is to keep your supplies in. Oh, what's this? Another sort of leaflet. So let's take a look. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's pretty cool. So that's to actually keep your watercolours in. I'm going to unwrap these quickly and just quickly see if they fit in, because I saw someone comment on the Facebook page sort of moaning that the colours didn't actually fit in, so I'm just going to quickly test that. So I'll just try and get the red in. Oh, that is actually quite a tight squeeze. Flipping heck. Yeah, that is pretty difficult to get in. I mean, it's sat halfway in. For me, that's good enough. That might be as far as it's meant to go. It does the job. It's quite tight, but yeah. So issue 2, again, I would imagine that it'll follow the same sort of thing. Yeah, starting with the human figure, but this time for drawing Wolverine. Step by steps again. So it's pretty good. I mean, it looks quite basic, but they are only the first few issues, so I guess you've got to start basic. I am hoping that as the magazine sort of progresses, we will progress to sort of drawing this kind of thing. But there are 100 issues, so still a long way to go, and I could be wrong, but we'll see. Again, it gives you some paper, a look back at the history of drawing Wolverine, different artists, things like that. So yeah, I'm hoping I can draw something like this by the end of all these magazines. And then drawing the female head this time, instead of Captain America, we've got Scarlet Witch, is it? I might have said the name wrong. And a little bit on drawing hair, which is awesome, because that's something that is ridiculously difficult to draw. And I'm guessing that there's a little bit on sort of each a certain artist at the end of each magazine, and then obviously a look at the next issue. So to start, just taking a quick look, we've got the folder, just to put your magazine issues in. As far as I'm aware, for subscribing, you get this first one free, and I think every sort of 20 issues, they send you another one for $6.99. But don't quote me on it. Obviously, check everything on the website in case I am wrong. But no, it's pretty cool. I like the illustrations on that again. And then of course issue 3, which is drawing the Hulk. It's got a little bit on drawing hands, a step by step on Thor's face this time, and some inspiration and artist portfolio again. So again, starting with a mannequin, which looks pretty short and fat in this one, and then bulking it up. You see, this one definitely looks more advanced already than sort of issue 1, for example. I don't know if it's just because Hulk is a bulkier figure, or if they're just trying to progress each issue, but it's pretty cool. So I mean, it's pretty cool that they provide you with some paper in there, because I'm usually terrible when it comes to drawing sort of grid lines and stuff like that. I usually mess them up, but I'll probably use that sketchbook for the most part. And then a nice bit on drawing hands, which is always really difficult, so that'll come in handy. And a quick look at issue 4, which is going to be Black Widow. I think if you're subscribed, I think that you get 2 issues through every month. And I do enjoy sort of drawing female characters and things and pin-ups, so I'm looking forward to that one. So there you have it. That's what you get when you subscribe from issue 1. And I am really excited about trying some of this stuff. I was a little bit hesitant to subscribe, purely because it's going to be £4.99 an issue, and as I mentioned, for 20 pages, I do think it is very expensive. But I'm at least giving it a go in case I learn some really cool stuff from it. And I'm hoping maybe in the future I can sell some work at a comic book convention or something. So I thought, if nothing else, these might be pretty cool to use as reference. I'll pick up some tips. If you have subscribed and you've not had anything through yet, I know that it does seem to take ages. I was a bit disappointed with how long it took. Most people seem to get it through in about 10 days. Mine was 14 or 15 days. But if you were tempted to subscribe, or you wanted a quick look into each of the magazines, hopefully it's giving you some insight to what you're getting yourself in for, what free gifts you get. As already mentioned, I am hoping maybe in the future I can fill that sketchbook with all these drawings from these magazines and things, and then I can do a sketchbook video. And one thing I do like about all this is the fact that you can then tag your drawings, anything you've done related to Marvel. I think it's like #DrawMarvel, and that's on Instagram and I think on Facebook and probably other things as well. And they sometimes share your work. They quite often reply, they quite actually comment on your work, which is always nice. So, they're not just ignoring it. They sometimes feature it on their website. I think they do chances of winning free subscriptions and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool, and it builds your fan base a little bit too. So let me know what you guys are thinking at this stage, and if you've got any comments, just leave them in the description box below. This is in the UK, by the way, so I don't know if you can get these magazines elsewhere or not. And yeah, thanks for supporting my channel. Thank you for watching.